Truly. A thrumming noise rises from the structure. Your hair stands on end as the power crackles through the air. Oh, we totally are going into deja vu. Oh, this is the best game ever. The space in the center of the machine begins to waver and distort as a portal appears out of thin air. You stagger forward, your head spinning like you're recovering from a stupor after a week-long festival in Windermere. You have no idea where you are or why you're here, but at least you remember your name. Time to go, Dell, you mumble. You look around. The portal's nowhere to be found. You sigh heavily, wondering what to do until the wisp begins speaking. More good news and bad news. Bad news first this time. We've entered this world nowhere near a portal. The good news is that the key to use the portal is in this building. We can figure out how to get to the portal later. First, let's find that key. This looks familiar, maybe just a little bit. It's a plain wooden sign with an out-of-order sign. You see a dried stain on the floor. Oh no. A case with a glass door is mounted on the wall. There's an indent as if it's meant to hold something. It appears to be in the shape of a sword. It's an image of a man wearing a pinstripe suit with a snake on the front. He's holding a leather glove and a white ball. A plaque at the base says, starting pitcher, K. Roloffs, player number 55. There's a note written on the image. To Joe, thanks for the free grub. It was edible. It's an image of several people all wearing the same uniform with the snake emblem. They must all be soldiers from the same kingdom, fighting for their snake lords. Approaching the glass door, you look upon a vast city unlike any you've seen, filled with humans dressed in unfamiliar clothing. I'll need to blend in, you say. You see some men out front, and you overhear their conversation. We got the door covered, and Frankie's inside looking for the money, boss. No way Ace is getting out alive. You realize that you've accidentally stepped into the middle of something serious. You should stick to what you do best. Get what you need, and make a silent escape. But what if I could put a crossbow bolt into some dude? This could be hilarious. It was edible, guess the writer is German, oof. There's a folder paper on the bar top. It's open to the sports column. It reads, it's a big day for the local sports fans. All the city's teams will be in action. The game times are, the Hounds play first at 1:30, the Serpents follow at 3:45, and the Gargoyles finish the night with a match at 800. Or at 8 o'clock, I should say. Sign on the door reads, no customers allowed. Luckily, I'm not a customer, you think to yourself. You open the door. The light rapidly fades as you descend the stairs. You can't see anything save a small chain hanging from the ceiling. Boink. You reach overhead and give the chain a little pull. It clicks and light fills the room, revealing a small cellar. Huh, a self-lighting miniature lantern. How convenient. I'll be sure to remember that when I return to the Fens, you think. All right, what do we got? It's a dreary and damp cellar. The smell of alcohol is strong enough to burn your nostrils. Is this bottle something? Oh, that's a baseball bat. Okay. You reach up and slide the wooden object from the rack. It appears to be a slender club. It has decent heft and is quite solid. You're impressed with its quality. Is that a Jose Canseco bat? Tell me you didn't pay for that. You find the rounded wood surprisingly light and easy to swing. It would make a good club. There's a framed picture stored down here. Far too filthy to make out what it is, though. Can I clean it? I don't really have anything to clean it with, I don't think. Can I take it? No. You look at the spigot and realize that one quick turn of the knob and you can partake in some delicious wine. Can I do that? You turn the knob and prepare for a stream of wine to come pouring out. You're just about to bend down and drink from the tap when you notice that a steady flow of water comes streaming out. Watered down wine. What a shame. As the last of the water drips out, you notice that the picture's been conveniently cleaned. Wow, that is like a super adventure game puzzle right there. So the highest praises you can give, similar to there's nothing to complain or it's okay. Good God. You sound like my dad. It's an image of a man wearing an odd helmet with a stone monster painted on it. He's holding a brown leather ball. A plaque at the base says, wide receiver C. Geizit, player number 57. There's something written on the image. Joe, you gotta hire a painter and fix the place up. Geizit. All right, so it was 55 and 57. I'm sure this is gonna be a combination for some, like, there's probably a safe in here. You slowly creep up the stairs as the figure of a man comes into view. As he works, you hear scraping metal sounds. As an experienced thief, but a miserable lockpick, you recognize the sounds of a stubborn lock when you hear one. Realizing it's only the two of you in the building, you begin thinking of a way to subdue him before he sees you. Can I just fucking shoot him? The large man turns around and without a single word draws a metal object from under his coat. Crack, crack, crack. The cacophonous noise echoes in your ears as your body drops to the floor. You feel warm liquid seeping from your chest and pooling under your back as your vision fades to black. Welcome to Chicago. Oh my god. This game is so fucking good. The adventure continues, but not for you, so I assume we're supposed to donk him with the baseball bat because that's somehow quieter. You sneak behind the thief, raising the club over your shoulder and prepare to swing. His gruff voice mumbles, "Got it," as the lock clicks open. Seizing the chance, you swing the club, striking him in the head. That's a Shadowgate power right there. The goon stumbles slightly and collapses down the hall. Realizing you handled the goon and the lock simultaneously, you drop the club and smile at a job well done. Why couldn't I crossbow him is my question. This is unfair. I do not approve. Also, hey Depths, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. I should probably say good morning, because if I had to guess, you probably just woke up. Regardless, I hope you're doing well. Photo of a large padded gloves. You aren't quite sure what they're used for. You read the name on the faded poster and it says Puff McMuffin. Okay. The hard work done, the door opens easily. Let us look around. This is a faded light brown coat. It's what people of this world wear. It might be useful to help you blend in. Yoink. You take the faded coat. Maybe it'll help you look the part. Yeah, and me being like 2 feet tall, that's gonna be just friggin' great. It's a board with several sheets of blank paper. This may be a good place for navigating this crazy place. All right, take it. A notepad. You have no idea what this object is, but it makes a rather off-putting sound when you lift part of it up. Best to leave it alone. Despite unfamiliar furniture, there's no mistaking an office. The odor of cheap perfume lingers in the air. It's an image of a man wearing strange armor with a large dog painted on his chest. He's carrying a tall, curved stick. A plaque at the base reads, Team Captain D. Marsh, player number 56. So it's 55, 57, and 56 so far. Here, there's a signature written on the image. To my favorite joint in town, Jim's Tavern, Marsh. The door is locked, and there's no keyhole to be found. What is this? Small brown box with a button on it. A thin metal wire runs from the top of the box to the door. Curious. Press it. You push the button with your thumb and it gives in. You hear a lock release across the room. With great satisfaction, you open the door. The first thing you notice in this office is the stale air permeating the room. Something about it puts you on edge. The desk looks newer than the chair, and the carpet underneath is covered in faded stains. The blue device hangs on the wall. It looks interesting, but you don't have time to fool around with it now. You faintly see a platform outside this window through the slats of the wood. Okay, so we're going to be probably going out of this. A pull string above catches your eye. And the framed poster is hanging askew on the wall. The fact that it's not level is bothersome to you. This is totally like hiding a safe, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. Unable to tolerate the unleveled poster any longer, you pull it from the wall, revealing a hidden safe. All right, let's have a looky look here. It's a wall-mounted safe. You have to get closer to look if you want to get inside. Okay, move to the safe. There we go. All right, you're unable to move there, so how's this gonna work? Oh God, so it's 55. No, oh God, we have to, yeah, it's just 56, 57, or some order thereof. You grasp the handle and attempt to pull the safe open, but it doesn't budge. All right, let's try 56, 55, 57. There we go. It opens. Give. You grab the portal key. Glad to be one step closer to getting home. Can we take the money? Oh, you bet your asses we can. You grab the piles of paper, understanding they're valuable in this world. All right, that wasn't too bad. You hear several loud footsteps enter the next room. A gruff voice speaks up. We got Ace trapped, boys. Get him. Get in there and let's rattle him. Don't stop till he's full of lead. The wisp chimes in. Sounds like they mean business, Dell. You have everything you need. Time to get out of here. All right, let's use the pull strings. You pull the string next to the window and the shade quickly rises. Convenient, you say with some surprise. Let's just go out. You step onto the platform, and a cold wind whips past you. This is a windy city. Ha ha ha! You see what they did there. You drop down from the platform above and tumble as you hit the ground. It was quite the fall, but you're no worse for the wear. You've escaped from those goons, but now you've got a whole city ahead of you. You have no idea how you'll get back to Kal Torlin. Okay, so we can go out onto the road. Despite the unusual look of the steel set into the ground, you recognize the fetid odor of a sewer. Can we open it? You reach down, grab the edge of the cover, and slide it off the hole. It's much lighter than a dungeon cell grate. Yeah, no. Large fence built from long, thin metal wires is blocking the alley exit. Okay, so we have to go down. Character idea. A halfling thief that cleans up and fixes crooked paintings when breaking in. That's like your call sign. I dig it. A cat is curled up and resting here. It's likely down here to escape the harsh winds of the city streets. Alright. Hey, Jam. Welcome in. You've been lurking, but you forgot about the type counter. Oh, how dare you. How dare you. If there were a way for me to, like, grab stream attendances as people just come and go, I think I might be able to do it so that folks don't have to type to get streams. I'll look into that. But always good to see you, Jam. I hope you're doing well. This appears to be a powerful set of cutting shears. You think they could cut through metal. Yoink. Yoink. You reach for the tin can, but its crumpled shape causes it to tip over into the water. A ferocious sewer alligator pops up from the water. It looks hungry. I love that the cat is just freaking sleeping. It shouldn't have reset. I haven't done anything to reset it. I don't think. But yeah, that 2 is definitely not correct, though. I'll have to go... Oh, it reset because you changed your Twitch name. I'll fix that between this stream and next. Let me make a note. And I'll get it set up to what it's supposed to be. Damn, Twitch views. Cats do not give a fuck. Doing okay? I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing all right. It's not a bad Monday so far. Crunch. It clamps its jaws on your legs and twirls around, snapping your bones in several places. It drags you into the sewer water, tearing more chunks of your flesh to pieces before it finishes you off. That's not very nice. So I'm curious what happens if we fuck with the cat. Can I pet the cat? You reach out to pet the cat, but it recoils and hisses loudly at you as it runs off. The noise it makes echoes off the sewer walls. Oh. Alright, so everything but the wire cutters is just crocodile death, alligator death, whatever. Alright, you place the metal drawers over the wire and slowly snip through each piece until there's a hole large enough to escape. You stand in the middle of a street. It's eerily quiet, with none of the bustling activity you would expect. A goon approaches you and draws his weapon. I don't know who you are, so no hard feelings, pal. Just wrong place, wrong time. The man opens fire. As the steel rips through your body, you collapse into a bloody heap in the middle of the street. Interesting. So we'd probably have to put on the coat, if I had to guess. You slide your arms into the coat sleeves and realize you're swimming in fabric. This simply won't do. A loud sigh sounds in your ears. The whip speaks curtly. I don't have all day. Fine, I'll help you out. The faded coat glows blue and shrinks around your body, creating a snug-fitting garment. Wow, what else can you do? The wisp replies, many things, just not for you, it says with an obnoxious smile. Death has a gun as well. Death does have a gun. Alright, can we... A peculiar carriage catches your eye. Yeah. As you approach it, a cloth slips over your head and you are shoved from behind. There's a loud slam, the sound of a muffled, gruff voice that says, "You's pretty dumb to come around again, Ace. The Syndicate has had enough of you." Whatever you're being held in starts to rumble and you sense you're moving for a very long time. You feel the shaking stop. Moments later, you hear a click and are met with a gust of frigid wind. You're lifted into the air and tossed into the cold ground. The gruff voice speaks again. "The bosses like you, Ace, so they're giving you options. You can freeze to death or drown in the lake. See ya, gumshoe." You hear a loud noise move away from you as you get to your feet and rip the cloth off your head to see a vast frozen tundra. You realize you're on a large lake. The wind scatters snow in all directions, quickly erasing your footsteps. Well, a lot of good that coat did me. I've been mistaken for this Mr. Gumshoe, whoever that is. You take it off and discard the coat, not wanting any more cases of mistaken identity. So... Because, like, and we're a halfling. How do you make that mistake? I don't know, unless we were made big. Thou art a weary and battered Fenling. Okay, well, let's put on our heavy coat. We've had this since, like, the beginning of the game. You slip the coat on and start sweating immediately. Pulling it off, you decide to store it until you're freezing cold. Really, game? Okay. All right, fine. You can't see any cracks in the ice. It looks like enough to hold your weight. Ice cracks running through the ice makes you nervous. Nervous. No cracks. Oh, I see. I see what we're doing here. Okay. They're giving me visual cues. Imagine that in an adventure game of old. You breathe a sigh of relief as you step foot off of the frozen lake. After the excitement wears off and you calm down, you quickly retrace your steps and write them down. With your notes in hand, you feel like a real detective. Surely you're better than whoever it was those goons were after. Mr. Shoe something? You see the ragged face of a stranger. He's wearing a familiar coat, and there are bruises across his knuckles. What's up, buddy? You say hello. The man responds, "Hey, kid, you look lost and confused. Happened to me once. Name's Ace Harding. What's yours?" Do we just keep talking to him? You tell him your name. Dell, huh? Strange name for a short one like you. Tell you what, I run a boxing gym. Come by and I'll teach you something to help keep people off your case. You tell him about your trek across the ice. He responds, "Goons, I took care of them. Been at this for years. All right, kid, I like you, but it's windy out here. Get on inside." All right. I don't have a dollary due. There's a thin slot in this box. Maybe it has something to do with a strip of paper sticking out the top. Actually, I do have dollars. It's a statue of a burly man holding a sword. You can't help but think you could look handsome if made of marble. Can we just walk past? Nope. A man in a blue uniform stops you. He says, "Hey, fella, you got a ticket?" You can only shake your head and shrug. He frowns and pay for one at the box of scram. With a final puff of his chest, he walks away, disappearing down the hall. Well, we do have the monies. You slip the green notes in the slot and watch as the paper at the top grows. It says, "Receipt, Museum of Science and Industry." You don't know what science and industry are, but you know that a receipt is, and that's your ticket into this place. Yoink! You grab the ticket and rip it from the box. You're pleased with the satisfying sound of paper tearing. Can I look at it? It reads, "Receipt, Museum of Science and Industry. This is your ticket in." All right. This corridor leads deeper into the building. In we go. A man in a uniform stops you. He says, "You got a ticket, fella?" Yes, wait a minute. Can I just hit him? Punch him. As you lunge forward to attack the guard, he effortlessly grabs you by the head and shoves you to the ground. "So that's how it is," he says as he picks you up and takes you outside and straight to jail. Oh. Man, didn't even tase me? No fun at all. All right, let's try this again. Use the ticket. You hand the man the ticket. He takes it and moves aside without a word. Luck smiles on you once more as you see a familiar-looking structure in the center of the large room. The wisp chimes in. "This portal's drawing power from this place, but it has no destination. Let's use the key and get home." You place the key into the slot. Portal forms and you can see a glimpse of home. In we go. You return through the portal, tired of being transported places you don't belong. At least you don't feel ill. You're exhausted, and it looks like the wisp feels the same. As you consider resting for a moment, a gust of desert wind strikes you, reminding you of the long journey ahead. At least now you have the knowledge to traverse the dangerous expanse of the Great Barren Desert. Or at least you think you do. I was gonna say, like, how does translating cracking doom ice, how does that translate into crossing a desert? Okay. Let's look at the notes. You look at your notes. It reads north, northwest, northwest, north, north. All right. North, north, west, north, west, north, north. Genius. You step away from the shifting dunes. Ugh, I'll never forget that path now, you say, and you discard the notepad. The oppressive heat of the desert has all but vanished as you rest below Gatekeeper Mountain. The near vertical ascent to the mountain face is demoralizing. Fatigue begins to wear upon your mind and spirit. This is foolish. I'm walking to my death. I've barely survived so far. I can't defeat that lizard monster, you say aloud. The wisp replies, but you have survived, Dell. You have the breath to complain, perhaps. You have the will to persist. There's no one to take your place should you fail. The king, your friends, your family, all will perish, or worse. You consider the wisp's words. I hate this, and I hate you, but I understand. Fine, let's move on. We all have sacrifices we must make, Dell, the wisp responds. You notice his voice has grown weaker, but you say nothing. Why are you being mean to the wisp? It's just been a chipper fellow this entire time. What do we got here? A wooden cart is parked on the mountain path. You don't see the owner anywhere. It must have been carrying supplies up the mountain before being abandoned. Can we open it? Yes. You grasp the handles and swing the carriage doors open. As you step back, you almost lose your footing on the edge of the path. You look down the steep rock face. It's quite the drop. This carriage is literally sitting at the edge of disaster. Oh, is this gonna kill me if I get into it? EOS. Is that... I think that's an S. I can't tell if that's EOS or EO6. Alright, it is EOS. I'm gonna write that down too. EOS. What does it mean? Who knows? And there's YTH. Y, T, and H. And then whatever this is right here. Can I look at it? It's a torn piece of parchment. TACH. You grab the rolled piece of parchment. You unfurl it and see that it's another piece of our map. Yes, definitely something behind scroll. Let's have a look at our map now. All right, this is just the Great Barren and some of the mountains. All right, so what do we have in here? We have an academic tome on the history of commerce and trade routes. After crossing the desert, you hope to find a bounty of food and water, but all you see is a mountain climbing harness. I'm taking that. I bet if we take this, it's gonna fall. You open the book to a marked page and read a circled passage. Fables tell of traders who could travel between lands by speaking a word of great power to fairy stones. Oh! Marked with a telltale X, the fairy stones can transport one across the kingdom in a flash. All right, so we have... These are our words here. Can I just, like, speak them? No. Eos Tok Ith. That doesn't sound right. Tok Eos Ith? Tok Eos Ith? That doesn't sound right. Ithiotok? There's only so many combinations here. Takithios. You feel a sense of wisdom wash over you. You have unlocked arcane knowledge. Ithios, alright. Well, now we can teleport. As you turn to step out of the carriage, you feel it rocking. You realize it's about to tumble over the edge of the cliff. You leap from the cart just as it completely tips over the edge and tumbles down the rock face. Wood planks shatter in all directions as the cart impacts the ground with a loud crash that echoes for miles. That was a close call. As you catch your breath, you realize the path is cleared and you can now ascend the mountain. Okay. So I'm curious what the point of this even is. Like, this game's pretty linear unless it's just for us getting home or like doing completionist stuff down the line. What the heck? Oh, they're flags. It looks like a scythe or something. Torn banners flap wildly in the wind. The colors indicate a group of Gwynenthell troops pass through here. I suppose I can take them? No. Alright, let us look. The steps carved into the rock do little to ease the effort needed to ascend the mountain. Can I put the harness on? No. Okay, let me have a look-see at it. It's a mountain climber's harness. It's made of thick leather and steel buckles. Alright, up we go. Okay, let's go to the right. Oh, we found a tent. You can see something in the shadow of the tent. You can't quite make out what it is from where you're standing, though. Can I move in? Oh, you approach the tent looking to collect more valuables. That is until you see something begin to move. A decomposed body lurches forth from the tent, wearing the armor of a Gwynenthell soldier. It stands silently before you. Can we use the soul on it? Nope. You carelessly ignore the fact that this creature, although timid, was a soldier and is a zombie. It grabs you with bony hands and takes a voracious bite out of your neck. All of your blood drains rapidly from your body. I have a feeling we're gonna need that pick. Can I just put a bolt into it? No. Let's see. We gotta see what it saw. Your eyes momentarily lose their focus and your senses reel. You slam the pickaxe into the ice, anchoring it. With a pull, you finally lift yourself over the mountain ledge. Unfortunately, you stumble upon a winged beast. It releases a hideous roar that paralyzes you with fear. The echo of the roar causes your heart to pound in your chest as your body goes limp with fright. You can't move. It roars again. Your heart leaps to your throat as the sound plays ceaselessly in your mind until you lose consciousness. Shaking your head, you ponder whether the zombie still fears that sound. All right. Well, we have no way to make it now, so we're just gonna leave. Ah. A grappling hook anchored into the rock. The attached rope dangles in the darkness. You think you can see a ledge below. You look down at the horrific mansion and breathe a sigh of relief knowing you're finished with that accursed place. This is kind of cool. Like, we can see where we've been. Like, we started back here, then we crossed through the forest, then we were in the swamp after we went down the river, the manor, the bullshit desert, and now we're up here. I'm not gonna go down this yet, which is a small crossroads. Yes, go back to those small crossroads, and then go this way. Wall of ice. It appears that a few places in the wall have been chipped away. They look like holds that could be used for climbing. A rickety ladder rests against the wall. The sheer cold of the mountain was ravaged to the wood. Oh, I'm sure climbing this is death. You begin climbing the ladder. The first few rungs are holding firm, but as you climb, you hear creaks. Suddenly, the frozen wood gives, and the ladder collapses into frozen splinters. You'd actually gotten near the top, which means you fall a long way. Your leg's broken. You look to see pieces of the ladder falling towards you. Frozen wood shards stab into your body while your blood freezes as it pools around you. Good God. All right. Well, let's climb down the rope. Let's see if it kills us for not using the harness. The attached rope dangles. Yep, move. You tug on the rope, ensuring it's secure enough to hold your weight as you begin your descent down the cliff. As you climb down, the rope holds firm, but the hook begins to shake slightly. Cracks form in the rock above you as the ledge crumbles, sending you plummeting to your death. Am I trying to get all deaths? Yeah. I'm trying to get as many deaths as we can see here. I'm sure I've probably missed some up to this point, but I figure, if they're here, why not? All right, we carefully reach down and grasp the grappling hook. With a few strong tugs, you pull it from the rock. As you step back from the edge, cracks form in the rock and a large portion falls away. Okay. So maybe I use the grappling hook here? No. Okay. Can I use the grappling hook on the harness? No. Oh my God, yes. Sierra games had some amazing deaths. Like the King's Quest and Quest for Glory games. Space Quest had some really good ones too. Spirit, what do you say? You'll have to cross the treacherous frozen peaks of Gatekeeper Mountain to find that fiend Belazar. Less than useful. My thinking is that at this point we might have to backtrack to earlier in the game. And that's why they gave me the teleportation spell. So let's teleport. Blue light emanates from the fairy stone. The light surrounds you and it feels as if you're taking flight. Oh, let me think. So we have the manor house. I want to go... into the forest. What a trip. And I want to go into the mines. Oh, except we're not really going to be able to explore the mines, are we? Because they're going to be dark. Damn. The reason I suggested this is because there's corpses in the mines. There's those 2 dead soldiers, and I wanted to see if we could cast our spell that lets us talk to them and see, you know, if anything was anything. Oh. Looks like he, the guard captain has collapsed. The wounds covering his still body are identical to those of the 2 guards. His signaculum reads, Falovian Montview, Gwynenthell guard captain, born 2391, enlisted 2417. Can I take his signaculum? No. All right, well, let's see what's going on here. The pain from the bite on your thigh is the only thing keeping you awake as you prop yourself against the cool rock. Merovin, you shout, but don't hear a reply. You call once more into the mouth of the cave and hear only your echoes. You try to stand, but fall back from the rock, blood flowing rapidly from your wound as a wave of exhaustion overtakes you. Yoink. You reach out and grasp the soul of the departed, a valiant soul. Shaking your head, you try to forget the horrifying vision. So now we're collecting souls. I think we're a necromancer. Your arm and leg burn with pain as warm blood drips down your limbs. You see a soldier swing his sword weirdly in the dark. Ah, run, damn it! It's dire wolves. Get up the rope. I'll be right there. Go, Benovin. I'm coming. You turn to run, but a massive weight lands on your back and knocks you to the ground. You feel teeth puncturing your neck. Yoink, brave soul. You reach out and grasp the soul of the departed. All right. The cold night seeps into your bones and your legs tremble with exhaustion. A lump grows in your throat as you wrap their sheets. We're home, boys. I got 'em for you. Got 'em all. Your legs fail you and you fall to the dirt. Your breath becomes ragged. Be good lads and tell your mum I'll see her. You shut your eyes against the stars. Noble soul. That's touching. Shaking your head, you try to forget the saddening vision. You could not stop a tear from escaping your eye. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of souls. But these are all good souls, like they all wanted to do good. Like these 3 were soldiers doing their jobs and the poor soul wanted to warn the king of bullshit that was going on. Where's the derpy soul? I don't know, I don't think that there's gonna be a derpy soul. There might be. You never know. I wonder if I can sell them at the pawn shop. Like trying to think what. Oh, there's a church here. I wonder if we can. Oh, it's nighttime now. Ooh. Hey, Jair, how you doing, buddy? I want to actually talk to you. Jair speaks to you. There's unrest across the lands. I've heard people say, oh, yeah, yes, that's the same thing that he's always been saying. Hey, buddy, you want a soul? No. Can we give him to the temple? No. Okay. I'm out of ideas. I can't believe that they, like, redid all of this art, but like at night and stuff. This game is so high effort. Oh my lord. And like, oh, things are different. There's everybody. Wait a minute. Hell yeah. The barmaid and the blacksmith are hanging out. And that's the curio shop owner, so I'm gonna go rob his place. What in good God's name is that? An item hangs from the wall and it catches your eyes. You don't remember seeing that skull when you were here earlier. Can I take it? Yes. Ignoring the growing sense of apprehension in your gut, you take the skull from the wall. It's a skull hanging from ropes. You smell the residue of burned incense in a hole at the top. It exudes an evil presence. Chat, we may have erred. You're in the darkened shop, thinking it unusual that it's unlocked and unguarded this late at night. Yeah. Let's go pester the dude. Hey. What's up, buddy? You try to spark a conversation with the curio shop owner. He replies as if in a daze. I always look up at night, every night for 35 years. At least I think I did tonight. What can you tell me about this? Nothing happened. Okay. You say hello to the weapon shop owner. He does not respond to your words. He looks as if he's listening intently to something, but you hear nothing. You greet the barmaid. She mumbles quietly and then returns to her business as if something is occupying her mind. Ooh. The purple glow was gone after I picked up the sensor. Good God, this game. I didn't even notice. Yeah. Jesus Christ. You wave to get the barkeep's attention, but he seems to be gazing downward and does not notice you. Something is afoot. You got anything to say? You greet the blacksmith. He smiles widely in surprise. Hello, Fenling. Is there something I can do for you? No, actually. Can I take anything? No? Okay, bye. The weapon shop is closed for the night and locked up tight. Jair, I found a hell skull. Jair looks at your offering and speaks, I'm sorry, my friend, this is not for me to hold. The burden rests with you. Enjoy your cursed bullshit. Okay. So, I mean, the only thing that I can think that glowed purple like that was that spirit in the manor. I suppose we can go see the king? No. Oh my God, I want to leave. Thank you. Okay, go to the manor. Alright, you pile of evil, smoldering shit, where are you? Get censored, nerd! Oh, it doesn't do anything. I thought I had an idea. I'm like trying to think. I'm trying to think of... Because I very much feel that we are not done here. Okay, his skeleton's still under the bed, waiting to tear my face off. Sensor? No. Sensor? No. Glowing purple in the shop, maybe it's a light in the mine. Ooh, that's a good idea, Broken Toy. That is a very good idea. Let's go try that. Yeah, I like that. surely nothing bad will happen to us in the mine with a creepy skull lantern. Okay, can I hang it here? Ah, no, sadly. That's disappointing. And I think if we go forward, it's just gonna kill me. Yeah, going any further without a light source results in death. I think I saw a lantern. Yeah, we already used that. Can I use the sensor on myself? No. I'm just waiting for it to be like some item that, like, by having it in our inventory, we've just guaranteed ourselves the bad end of the game or something. Because I was a greedy kleptomaniac of a halfling. Like, yeah, there's nothing along these paths. See, that's the kitchen, that's the dungeon. Livery. We still haven't gotten in this chest either. I don't know if we'll ever be able to, but it bothers me. There's a locked chest we haven't kleptomaniaced. I don't like it. Yeah, that's just our peephole. This is the treasury, yeah. Talk with all the dead people. I mean, we could try talking with them again. Actually, now that you mention it, there is a skeleton down in one of these rooms. At least I thought there was a skeleton down in one of these rooms. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, and these things all have souls on them too. Like, am I gonna have to go through this game finding every skeleton ever? Oh no. Your heart races as you slam the door to your chamber, nearly knocking the purple-green banner off the wall. It was by chance you saw the book fall from Ovin's satchel, and by fortune the pages reveal his plot with Veldar. As you think of where the king is at this hour, movement draws your attention to the reflection in the large mirror. Green, scaly hands tipped with claws quickly cover your face. One stifles your scream while the other slides over your neck. Betrayed soul. You reach out and grasp the soul of the departed. Shaking your head, you try to forget the vision. Alright. I mean, the problem is that we still don't know what to do with all of these unless we feed them to the sensor. No. Oh, see, now I've got to think about, like, where we've seen bodies. I think that's probably the only one in the beginning of it. I wonder if we can go back down the well. Now that we have the grappling hook, I wonder if we can get back down into the well. I don't remember there being anything particularly interesting down there, but no, okay. All right. All right. You mix them into a vengeful wraith. Clearly. I mean, something's going on here. Go to bed, Lysandus. Go to bed. I know it's almost stream ending time, but not yet. So I can just, like, give these people souls? No. What if I use the magic lens? No. Okay. Hey, Gamble Man, are you still gambling? You ask the soldier about another game of cards. He responds slowly without looking at you. No more cards. No, not now. Alright. Can I put it back? No. So I guess we're just gonna retrace our steps. The way forward is now clear. We easily push through the forest. And we're just looking for corpses, basically, at this point. Mildly dark, but, you know. And we can't continue any further because this is where we took our boat ride. Alright. I sure hope y'all enjoy that sound of us moving through areas, because boy howdy, we're getting just battered with it here. Exact. Oh, we got bones in the trees. I forgot about these guys. Hello. It did not work. Betrayal. Try to speak. I don't know if we can, actually. I don't think you can. No. It does not let you. Which kind of sucks. I mean, I might have been able to use it while it was hanging, but it's past that time, sadly. I don't suppose there's anything in his... No, not really looking like there's anything in the swamp. All right. Hey, Rain City Sounds, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. Glad to have you swinging by. We'll be closing out here shortly, but we got a little bit. We've made some pretty good progress. I'm honestly surprised we haven't finished the game yet. I was expecting we would be done by the end of this session. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm very much enjoying this. I don't suppose I can talk with this thing, can I? No. Yeah, the servant in the mansion was gonna throw the charm into the swamp, but that's what we used to summon this thing, because they caught him before he had a chance to throw it in the swamp. That occurred to me as well. You'll catch the VOD. It's been a good playthrough, Rain City. Like, it's been good. I was stuck at a couple points, but nothing too particularly heinous, and chat has been helping out with suggestions, as well as just flat out telling me what I need to do when I'm just abjectly failing, which I'm appreciative of. Okay, we cast it on him. I don't think there's actually a corpse in here. Yeah, somebody died in here. They got stabbed in the back, but we have no idea where their body is. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing really here. Are you gonna let me just... Oh, we have this guy. Here we go, here we go. Your eyes momentarily lose focus and your senses reel. You trudge forward with your head down as the relentless desert winds send sand tearing across your face. You've wandered aimlessly for days. Thirsty and exhausted, you decide to sit for a while. You realize the sun is setting. A portal to far-off lands, you whisper, clutching the hand wheel. Was not worth my life, you say with your final breath. Lost soul. Oh god. Pain elementals. Shaking your head, you try to forget the horrifying vision. Okay, so now we've gotten, I believe, every soul that we can acquire up to this point. I don't believe we've missed any. We have the Doom Wall. So my thinking is that maybe we can reset the grappling hook here. Can we? No. Then we got our zombie friend here who will maul us if we try to do anything. They're safe, but they don't reach all the way up. I don't suppose I can, like, use the grappling hook from the holds? No. Airport, why? Let's see. I'm kind of at a loss as to what to do at current time. And we're 10 minutes from end of stream, so I think I'm going to go ahead and save it. And we can finish this out next time, because we've got to be close. We've got to be close to the end at this point. So as per usual, thank you all for swinging in. We will be doing more of this come Wednesday. We should be finishing this up, and I think I know what I'm going to be moving on to afterwards. We just got to get there.